welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to come and do another one of my makeup for beginners type of videos. I haven't done one of those in a while. I was like, why don't I go ahead and just do one and kind of just help those of you guys who are newbies to makeup. So I've already done like basically all the basics for a face. I've done a how to apply eyeshadow one, I've done a how to apply foundation, how to highlight and contour, how to apply lipstick. So those are like the main 4 basic ones that I've done. And so now that I have all the basics out the way, I figured why don't I go ahead and just like deep dive down into different eyeshadow looks. And so today's video will be a how to do a smoky eye for beginners, you guys. This is gonna be like the simplest smoky eye you can do. It's super easy to do and super easy to follow, so I think you guys will enjoy this one, and let's just go ahead and get started. So whenever you're doing a smoky eye, first and foremost you want to apply primer. Now I've already primed my eyelids. I just took my MAC Lano paint pot and a small stippling brush and just lightly applied that to my eyelids and blended it outwards. You want to basically honestly always have a eye primer whenever you do eyeshadow, period. Something like this gonna act as like a layer on the skin and really hold that look together, prevent it from creasing, keep it looking nice and tight all day, and that is what a paint pot or a primer is for. That is that, and I always go and make sure I press it into my eyelids so that it is nice and smooth. Whenever I am doing smoky eyes, I'll always do the eyes first because you can get a little bit of fallout, and we don't have time for that. We ain't got time for that. So we're gonna just go ahead and just do the eyes first and then apply foundation to alleviate any issues. Now, there's different types of smoky eyes to do, and the one that I'm doing today is, like I said, is the easiest one. And basically this one focuses on just having like one smoky color all over the lid and blending out the edges. So first I'm gonna go ahead and just take a fluffy blending brush. I think I'm gonna use the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette today, because this one to me, I mentioned this before, but I love this one just because of the shades and the tones. With just this one palette, you guys, you can create so many different looks. And it has basically everything I'm gonna need. I may have to dab into the JACYLN Hill palette, just gonna get a couple more shades of brown, but for the most part, this should be it. So I'm gonna first and foremost go in with this skin tone brown up here. This is the shade Fancy Face. And I'm gonna take a Morphe M504 brush and basically kind of just press this into the crease. You guys know that I always like to use transition shades, and especially whenever you're dealing with smoky eyes, this is gonna be all about layering, you guys. Layering and blending will be your best friends throughout this entire look, because whenever you get to dealing with smoky eyes, you want to make sure that you don't have any harsh lines. And applying a nice crease shade or transition shade will help to, alleviate any issues. And honestly, it kind of just helps to ease and blending. Applying this to kind of set that primer in place. And you always want the outermost shade to be the lightest. It's always better if you build on the color, so start from your lightest and work your way to the darkest. So our color is set. Now I'm gonna go in with, this is kind of where you want to start really paying attention to the brushes that you use, because the brushes are also a key factor in this look. Whenever I deal with smoky eyes, I prefer to really use like more precise blending brushes. Like this one here is good for like the overall crease shape just because it is so fluffy. But whenever it comes to really blending out the crease shade, you guys, you want to get small, precise, tapered blending brushes. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and like apply a brown shade. I'm gonna apply it with this Morphe B38 brush. This is just a simple blending brush, not as fluffy as the first one. As you can see, here's the first one and here's the second one. So this one's more tapered and a lot more structured, but this will be good to apply our crease shade, and then we'll go in and apply our base and all that other kind of stuff later. So, okay, I'm gonna take this brown here in that I Think I Love You palette, and this is the shade Screw It. And basically from here on out, I'm gonna just kind of start focusing on browns before I get to the black. Now, I like to blend out my black eyeshadow with the brown shade, if that makes sense, because to me it makes it more, it just makes it look a lot nicer, and it has more of like that ombre effect. So whenever you go in and you actually blend out the edges, everything will seamlessly blend together, if that makes sense. Now, if I were doing like, red all over the lid, I could easily go in and blend that red out with like orange, or same thing like with the green. If I were doing green all over, I'd go ahead and blend it out with, a lighter green. So basically you want to stay in the same family that the shade is in. That's going to be all over the lid. I'm going to take that color and focus this in the crease. Now here I am focusing that right in the crease socket here. And basically using windshield wiper motions and circular motions to blend it out. Now my trick with colors, you guys, is to always start off light and build on it as opposed to trying to apply too much, because it's always easier to add more rather than to take it away, if that makes sense. Also, another tip is that whenever you are applying and blending out the eyeshadow, make sure that you're not bringing the color up too far. That's one way to kind of just overdo it, is if you bring the color up too far. So I'm really just focusing this right in the crease and blending it outwards. So now I'm just going in and blending out those edges. So I'm just taking the brush and basically kind of just focusing the brush like right on the outer edges and just blending it out in circular motion. And that will help to diffuse those harsh lines right in there. Same thing over here. Circular motion, see I'm gonna circle? And then just blending out those harsh edges. Super duper easy. Okay, and then always go in with the first brush. And you can always just go with that fluffier brush and just blend it out some more. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and do the lid. And whenever I do a smoky eye, I prefer to apply a gel base onto my eye first, just because I feel like whenever you apply the gel base on first, it makes the color more pigmented, and also it gives that lid color something to stick to. So I'm gonna take the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Black Bean. This is an oldie but a goodie. Kind of just smudge this all over the lid. Focus it, you guys, on the lid, not in the crease. I'm gonna now take my finger and just blend that out. Super easy, right? Just finger and blend this out. And the idea is that it'll eventually fade from the, like a really dark black into that brown. I'm gonna now go back in with that same precise crease brush and take a darker brown, and I don't have one in that ColourPop palette, so I'm gonna take the JACYLN Heal palette and actually reach for this really chocolate brown down here. And the next step is to basically just blend out the edges of that gel base, okay? So focusing that brown right in there and blend it out. You see it? I'm blending it out again right in the crease. I'm gonna now go in with a clean blending brush. This is a Morphe M433, and basically kind of just blend out where that dark brown meets the lighter brown and make it all blend together. And I love using browns to blend out the edges and blend out the crease area, because imagine if I had used black, like it just would not, it would be way too much. So I'm just focusing on just really blending out those edges. I'm gonna now go in and pack on a dark matte black shade. I'm gonna take the matte black from the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette, and it's really, just really pack that on the lid. I'm gonna just pack, you guys. Just take it and just pack it on. And you wanna bring the color all the way up to the crease. Not into the crease, up to the crease. And of course, go back in with that Morphe B38 brush and just focus on blending out those edges. And hopefully it's all starting to make sense to you guys as to why I applied those browns first. Because now it looks like one seamless transition. I'm gonna now take just a little bit of that dark brown from that JACYLN Hill palette and just make sure that I blend out those edges with that brown. And then last but not least, for their eyes for right now, I'm gonna take just a flat shader brush and just apply just a nice champagne toned eyeshadow. This is from the JACYLN Hill palette. And apply that right to the highest point of the brow bone. Alrighty, so now it's time for the face. I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera, and I will be right back to finish off the eyes and the rest of the look. Alright guys, so I am all done with the rest of my face. I went ahead and, you know, applied foundation, contoured, highlighted, all that good stuff. On the lips, I did use the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. It is a shade Knock on Wood, and this is my first time using it, you guys, but it is so pretty. Like, I think I'm in love with it. So now to finish off the eyes, I'm gonna first go in and tight line my waterline. I like to do this step just to make sure that I won't have any of my natural skin peeping through whenever I apply my lashes. And then I'm also gonna apply this liner, and this is the Buxom waterproof. It's a Call Me Hold the Line waterproof eyeliner. I'm gonna also apply this to my lower lash line. Now we're real nice and smoky, and I could easily leave it just like this. I'm gonna just add a touch of that soft brown that we applied on the crease. So I'm gonna go back into that ColourPop I Think I Love You palette and just take this soft brown down here, kind of smudge it along that lower lash line. Alrighty, and then last but not least is going to be a nice pop of shimmer in the inner corners. I think I'll take this like rose gold. I'll probably mix this shade here and this rose gold shade down there, and just pop that in the inner corner. Alright you guys, and there is the look pre-lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some lashes off camera, and I will be right back with the completed look. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have gone ahead and popped on some falsies off camera. I also went ahead and applied mascara to my top and bottom lashes using the L'Oreal Voluminous / Paradise Mascara. I want to note that also whenever you're doing a smoky eye, the easiest way to apply false lashes is with black glue, you guys. I mean, that's common sense. Honestly, it just makes it so much easier. I use the House of Lashes dark eyelash adhesive, so you don't have to worry about, you know, like a little bit of a white residue or clear residue from the lash glue. Just apply some black lash glue and you're good to go. So as I mentioned before, this is honestly my go-to smoky eye. Literally, you guys, the easiest look to do. I know I talked a lot through it, but it honestly takes like not 5 minutes, more like 10 minutes to do, but it's super easy to do. Again, the key is brushes and blending. Here is the final look, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this smoky eye for beginners. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and also let me know down below what I should do next for my makeup for beginners series. I did mention before that I have basically done all of the basics, so let me know if there's anything else that I have left out for you guys, and I'll do my best to do that. But I think I've basically covered everything, so let me know what you guys want to see, and I will do my best to do that for you guys. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.